Hello there everybody and welcome back to Resident Evil HD. Last video we made it to our first safe room and we managed to open the way up in the mansion a little bit by using our sword key. So in this video we're going to be exploring a bit more of the upstairs part of the mansion and just gonna make some more progress. As much progress as we possibly can here. Before I leave this room, there's a couple more things to look at here that we didn't last time, including this memo, which is talking about zombies that have been killed coming back to life and ways to prevent that, either by burning up the bodies or by destroying their heads. Those are the only two ways to do that. And we can burn up the bodies by using the oil that has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. However, in order to light the oil, we're going to need something to light it with. So again, just expanding a little bit on the fact that we got our fuel canteen in the last video. We don't have a lighter yet, but we are going to be getting one in this video, so that is going to help us out pretty tremendously. We don't yet have a map of the second floor, but that is going to change as well. I'm going to take care of my friend here. Ooh, nice headshot, Jill. That's perfect. I was gonna say I don't really want him in the way. And now that we've actually killed him with a headshot, we're not gonna have to waste any fuel on him, which is just wonderful. That headshot animation just really never gets old. It's just so awesome. I'm gonna pick up that wooden mount that's sitting on the table, and then I'm gonna go to the door at the end of the hallway here. Because this room has a plethora of goodies for us. We have the dog whistle and a memo that goes along with it here. Basically talking about an item they want protected by a dangerous animal, like the vicious canine that lives here. It hangs around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace and will come running at the sound of a dog whistle. So they put the item in the collar. And so obviously that is something that we are going to need to do later. Sincerely, John Tolman. All right. On the desk we have some more handgun bullets. And then at the back of the room there should be a memo around here. Here it is, about botany. This is just the use of the herbs that grow in this area and the different kind of herbs that you'll find in the game. The first one is the green herb, which recovers your physical strength and your health. The blue herb will neutralize natural toxins, so basically it heals poison. And the red herb really has no effect on its own, but if you mix it with a green herb, it will boost the healing effects. So for those of you who may not be familiar with the herbs in that game, that is a really good memo that kind of talks a little bit about it. And then finally we have the lighter. Alright, so that room has been cleared out. We got two key items there. And now that we have the lighter, we should be able to start burning up some of these corpses that we come across. So let's go ahead and go back to the item box here and demonstrate that. I'm gonna put my dog whistle away for now, because I'm not going to be using that at the moment. However, we do want to keep our wooden mount. And I think that's good. I think I only need 2 slots for now. So while you have the fuel canteen with fuel and the lighter, if you want to burn up a corpse, all you have to do is stand next to the corpse and bust out the fuel canteen. Of course, you have to be standing close enough to the corpse. And then Jill will combine the fuel and the lighter and light the corpse on fire. And that will take care of the zombie from coming back to life even though it has already been killed. So I definitely recommend doing that to any and all corpses that you see if you want to avoid fighting some unnecessary enemies, and it will definitely also save you some ammo as well if you're able to do that. Now on the other room at the end of the hallway, this room here, we're going to be picking up a couple of items. There's a few herbs for us, so we can start collecting a couple of healing items. With your newfound lighter, you can go ahead and light the fireplace, and we'll see that there's actually a map of the mansion on the picture frame there, so this is where we could use our wooden mound. And once you've done that, you can pick up the map of the second floor, which is fantastic. So that pretty much paints a pretty good picture of how big this mansion really is and how much more of it we actually need to explore. So that's about it for those couple of rooms upstairs. The rest of these doors are locked. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'll just keep what I have in my inventory at the moment, and we'll double back towards where we sort of started the game. We're gonna go from east side of the second floor to the west side, and that is gonna bring us to the rooms that are above the main hall and the dining room as well. There's going to be a couple of rooms that we could use our sword key on, and a few rooms that we're going to be able to use our lockpick on, which is basically just going to be creating a couple of nice shortcuts for us to use. So that room there we were just in is just above the main hall, and this room is above the dining room. So I want to get out of the way there, so my friend Mr. Zombie doesn't grab me. What I want to do is go ahead and push that statue down onto the first floor so I can pick up a key item later. But I don't want to be bothered by that zombie, so I'm just going to let him chase me a little bit so that he doesn't disturb me. I don't normally kill that zombie. He doesn't seem to bother me too much, and I don't find myself coming back here as much as I do other places once I've sort of unlocked all the doors, so he's not really worth the bullets in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and push that statue down so we can grab the key item that we're going to need later on. And we can use the sword key on this door. And then straight ahead, as you walk out, we can use the lockpick. And this area here is actually going to be the west side balcony that was spoken of in the memo we just got with the dog whistle. So if you have the dog whistle at this point, you can use it on this balcony to get another one of our key items, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I would sort of like to have a little bit more firepower before we attempt to take care of any sort of dogs. But I will go ahead and unlock the eastern entrance so that I can use this balcony as a shortcut later on. And we're going to go around and down the stairs. Zombie on the stairs. He's not dead yet, I bet. If I can get in position. No. Damn it. Kind of awkward to shoot downwards when you're on stairs. Or maybe he is dead. Let's try burning him and see if he comes back to life. Or what I can do is I can kill this zombie and try and burn both of them. That's a really good way to save on some fuel, is if you can get zombies to land on top of one another. Or I can just stomp their heads in alternatively. That works as well, so. It didn't quite work out the way I wanted to, but that's okay. Either way, we can destroy both of those zombies. And at the bottom of the stairs, we have another safe room. So this is the second safe room in the mansion. These are the only two safe rooms. They are both on the first floor of the mansion, one on the east side and one on the west side. And as we can see here, we've got a typewriter and an item box, and our item box has all of the same items that was in our other item box. So that is wonderful. I am going to put away some of my herbs. I'm going to keep my canteen because we are going to be able to refuel that soon. I'm going to reload before I go, and we're going to go to the end of this hallway and pick up a couple of more items. So in this hallway, the door on the right, you could use a lockpick on. And we've got a couple goodies in here. We have a jerry can that we can use to fill up our fuel canteen. And this is a really good location for this, by the way, because this is really, really close to your safe room. So if you have a lot of zombies around that you want to burn up, but you can't find any fuel, then this one is fortunately really, really close by. There's an ink ribbon in the drawer. And then over here we have a shotgun that is unfortunately broken. We cannot use that. And then a battery pack, which is for our stun gun. So a couple of really good goodies in that room. This door at the end of the hall is locked, so we're just going to go back to our safe room here and do a little bit of adjustment once again. I'm going to burn up this zombie. Now there is going to be a lot of going back to the safe room and a lot of inventory and item box swapping, just because you get so few spaces. And a lot of the time, if you pick up herbs and you combine them, you may not necessarily need to use them. So it's good to just store them for a time when you actually are going to need them. Let's put those ink ribbons back. And now we are pretty much set to go right back to where we started in this video. What I would like to do is go back to the eastern side of the mansion because there are a couple of puzzles that I would like to solve, and a couple of little other things that I would like to do as well. But I think that we're able to go through this door. And by going through here, we can create another shortcut. And there is a corpse over here that I would like to burn up as well. Never mind. I wanted to burn that corpse so that I could avoid that happening, but unfortunately we're gonna have to deal with that guy when we come back out. That is a zombie by the name of Crimson Head, and that is essentially why you want to destroy the heads or burn up the bodies, so that you do not have to deal with these zombies, because they are essentially faster and tougher versions of regular zombies. Now, fortunately, once you've killed the Crimson Heads, there is no other sort of form of stepping up that a Crimson Head can turn into. It basically just goes from zombie to Crimson Head, but they're just a big pain in the butt to deal with. They're faster, much tougher, and just overall a lot more dangerous. So let's try getting rid of this guy before he can have a chance to come back as a Crimson Head, because we are going to be coming back through this hallway quite a few different times. Man, I have really bad sort of, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I can't really tell right away if a zombie is dead. Because I totally could have avoided using that dagger, unfortunately. But anyways, we used up the last bit of kerosene in our fuel canteen, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a shortcut from that room to this one, but unfortunately I sort of ran away because I knew that that crimson head was there, so we'll have to deal with that another time. You do come back through most of these areas quite a few different times, so if you've missed the opportunity to unlock a door once, don't worry too much about it, because you will be coming back, and you'll probably have the opportunity to do so on a second trip. So we're back in the dining room now, and I'm gonna go back to the east side safe room, and then I'll probably call it quits for now, and we'll start working on some of those puzzles I wanted to work on in the next video. So you can see once you've sort of unlocked some of these doors and you know your way around the mansion a little bit, you can really get from point A to point B pretty darn quickly. It doesn't take too long. And because we've cleared out the zombies in this room, we can go through here without having to worry about being attacked or ambushed. No crimson heads in here for us, which is really, really nice. We're back at the save room where we started. We can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm gonna call it quits here for now, but I will be joining you guys in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.